Hi guys, welcome back to another installment of Professor Charles S Live, and today will be my first ever documentary review on the social dilemma. So let's talk about this. So I recently watched a documentary on Netflix. I finished it today. I didn't get a chance to finish it over the weekend due to a lot of other stuff going on. But the social dilemma was something that popped up on my Netflix. You know how you get the notification on Netflix when they have new content, whether it be documentaries, movies, anime, whatever it is, and it pops up. So I checked it out, said, this is pretty interesting. The social dilemma to me was definitely something that I think we all need to learn from. It is a very informative documentary. Are there things I don't like about it? Of course, but let's talk about things that I saw throughout the documentary. So the first thing they kind of like talk about is ads. You know, we always see ads, whether you go on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Well, if you like this, you got to try this out. Oh, well, if you like this type of food, you should try this out. Or, hey, if you like this type of anime, you should check this out. Oh, if you like this type of information dealing with history, you should check this out. And I didn't know, because this is a learning process. That's why I love watching documentaries. They're very educational. That a lot of those big social media platforms, don't get me wrong, social media has its good and bad. I'm not saying that it's completely bad. It can be used for good too. The problem is a lot of the ads that we see, they keep marketing them to us so we can do that. So have you ever noticed, guys, and this has happened to me, true story. I was on Hot Topics website, and randomly the same thing I bought off of Hot Topics appears on Facebook. And, you know, those social media platforms, they pay for us to keep seeing that stuff over and over and over again to make sure that, oh, we going to hook him. He's going to be ready to purchase something else from this particular store, whether it's Forever 21, JCPenney's, Macy's, Target, whichever one. Those ads are getting paid for by the big companies like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also, emails, man. They even talk about emails, they even hint on that. Now with the emails, that's true, man. Emails can be addictive too, man. Emails, as much as social media, can be addictive. The guy that created Gmail and G Drive, I love how they had people that were former employees or were working on that and they're no longer a part of that. The Gmail thing, I love how he stood up and literally rebelled against Google. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't for Gmail sending us all these emails. And I always wonder, like, why is it like that? You know what I'm saying? And the person that created it, they were like, nah, it had got around the building. You know how rumors get around and stuff. And just people posting it and everything. And he said literally, he had got fired because of that. Because Gmail did not want to do that. The people in that building for Google did not want it to be that way. They wanted us to keep sending emails. And that's how some people just be fascinated with emails. I was like, dang, like this guy was against the idea of it. You know what I'm saying? And I think, it's good to hear that unsung story of like, someone that created Google Drive and Gmail and kind of rebelled against the norm. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes rebelling against the norm is not particularly a bad thing. But the thing was, when I seen this, I'm like, yo, like I often wondered, like, why is it that way when we get emails? It'll be Forever 21. It'll be whatever you know what I'm saying? Then they're like, oh, we got a sale today. Oh, well, this price is here. 70% off. Oh, well, you forgot. You just missed 50% off. And that's why we get a lot of the emails with those ads in it. Because the person that was against it, they got rid of the man. They literally got rid of him. Luckily, he came out with his own company and stuff like that. Also, this documentary talked about likes. Yes. As much as we see it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, my God, I wish they would have talked about the male demographic on likes. But I love how they talked about the younger girls and the girls in their 20s, and teenagers. The problem with likes, and I know I've experienced it. I remember I had a friend say, "Oh, you better like my stuff." I'm like, "Girl, what? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping, thinking, like, oh, you better go." It's like it becomes a drug. You know what I'm saying? Social media becomes a drug to some people, and like they literally be filtering their pictures. I have never ever filtered my pictures at all. I mean, I've seen the actual feature, but I would never ever filter my picture. You know what I'm saying? It seems like everything's become a little faker, especially you know, people filtering their pictures and stuff. And the thing is, even with the likes, you know what I'm saying? It's the craziest thing. Well, if you got 5 likes, you ain't satisfied. 10 likes, it's like it messes with your self-esteem and your mental. And that becomes a problem for younger kids, man. You know what I'm saying? These younger kids that are girls, you know what I'm saying? And also when they're teenagers too, but then it leads to problems in adulthood. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely something that's a problem, because if we're focusing just on the lights and filters, are we really being true to ourselves? And fellas, I don't know if some of y'all do that or not. I wish they would have. That was the only downside that I felt that the documentary was missing. I'm like, I wanted to know the males percentage. I mean, great. We know the women are hooked to social media to some cases. Not all women, but some. But also it talks about AI. AI is around. It's those supercomputers. See, a lot of people don't know all these different social media sites are ran by supercomputers, which is they're called AI. You know what I'm saying? They talk about it in Terminator. I love that they brought Terminator up in the documentary, because it's a war with humanity and machine, you know what I'm saying? Technology on that aspect of. I love that they brought that up. That is a problem because of that. Now, here's the other problem with the social media. Deciphering what's real news and what's fake news. I love that they talked about that aspect of it, because sometimes we have these conspiracy theories, and I'm not against conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you know, have the information and stuff. Some of the stuff is just a bit misinformed, correct? But it's like you have to decipher what's true and what's fiction. You know what I'm saying? And then that divides people even more on social media, because now you got to figure out, is this true? Is this fake? Also, with this whole situation, we learned about Pizzagate. I didn't know what Pizzagate was. I'm not gonna lie. It started with something dealing with a pizza. It's still kind of weird. Like Pizzagate? It's the craziest thing. But also, just international communication. Sometimes people get consumed with social media where they've lost a sense of connecting with the people that they live in the house. I love the example that they showed in this documentary where the family is eating dinner and the mother's like, oh, we're going to put the phones away. And the daughter's rebellious, and she breaks open the container that had all their phones and breaks her brother's phone. Sometimes it is hard to disconnect. You know what I'm saying? But also, a lot of these bigger companies, man, they're putting out this stuff. Excuse me. Even with politics, man, if you really paid attention to social media and how it's changed, and I love that the Social Dilemma talks about this. Even with politics, man, we already got Trump tweeting on Twitter. Excuse me, I'm about to say something else. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, he's kind of pouring in these thoughts about things and filling other people's head up. And I'm not trying to get into the politicians or who you vote for, none of that. So I don't want to hear, oh, you against Trump. And look, this is what I saw in the documentary. So we not going to go there. But the thing is, the politicians do have a bit of a control over social media. You know what I'm saying? Even when Barack was in office, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was, somewhat of an okay president. I'm not saying he was the best president ever. But the thing is, they have an influence over their nation. You know what I'm saying? Think about it with dictators and royalty. They have a control over it because they're the face of it. They can go live. They can post a story. Oh, yeah, I was here just a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So it has a downside to it, because if most of these people are following this particular politician, maybe either king or queen, or either some type of dictator, their views may be a little screwed. You know what I'm saying? Where if other people are against this particular person, then it's like a divide amongst people. You know what I'm saying? You got your people that's for this particular person, even with senators and stuff like that. But also, I love how they talked about the COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Because that is something that's going on. You got it's some real news with it on social media, and some of the news is pretty fabricated. So this is where it draws a line with social media. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, is this real or is this fake? You know what I'm saying? And you're feeding into something that already is a bit smarter than you. AI is already smarter than a human being. We see that now with technology. But also, the problem is it really helping? You know what I'm saying? Is social media really helping? When you think about when there were things like certain boycotts and things dealing with police brutality and all that stuff, is it really helping that we're seeing it on live? Whether it be Instagram, whether it be Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even Twitter, I don't know. I ain't never used Twitter Live, so I don't really know. But it can definitely be traumatic. I remember there was something I saw on Facebook a while back, and I looked and I'm like, did Facebook really post that? Like, it was a person literally getting killed on Facebook, and it was like, it wasn't in the United States, okay? Because I do live in the US. This was like overseas somewhere, and I'm like, where's the humanity in that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that has to be traumatizing to see. You know what I'm saying? When I seen it, I was just like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was not a good thing. Like, these companies, and like I said, I'm not against social media, y'all, but some of the stuff that we see, should we be seeing it? It's like we become so numb to it that we enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a drug. And I love that they mention that. There's even a family in this actual documentary where it's a brother and sister and a mother. And the mother is a part of some other company and stuff. And, you know, the son's like, oh, I don't be on social media like that. And the sister like, you lying. Let me see how many days. But I love when she confessed that she's on Instagram more so than he is on, I think it was Facebook. And I was like, well, at least she was honest about hers. The brother, he was like a little bit in denial. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Man, you know you be on social media. Stop playing, you know. But the thing is, should there be privacy? I love that they talked about that too, because some things I don't think should be on social media, period. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you're just like, you know what? It should not be on here. But yeah, definitely privacy when it comes to certain things. But also, like I said, the problem also with this social media, it talked about pretty much like, is social media gonna like take over? Like, are people gonna forget about a sense of being and things like that? People are not really dating anymore. People are not connecting with people anymore. So it's a disconnection in reality. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a reality online. So people are more willing to return. And what they do is they will, you know, they reel you in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fishing, like, oh, well, okay, we know you like this, we're gonna put this out there. Oh, your man's on live, we're gonna put that out there. Oh, they tagged you in the photo, they're gonna put you out there. Even with tagging. That, you know what I'm saying? That's why that's why I don't barely be on Facebook like I used to, but no more. But yeah, they get you. They hit you with the tagging. Oh, was so-and-so doing a live? Oh, your man's invited you to his party, meaning it's a live too. But like I said, we have to understand, like, a lot of this stuff, it plays with our mind, and people are not getting smarter. Like, yeah, we live in information age, great, but it's making a lot of us dumber because we're not trying to learn other things. We become so connected to something, and it's not what it seems. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in a matrix, and we don't even realize it because we're just like, oh yeah, we'll keep doing this, we'll keep doing that. But I gotta say, Netflix, I give this documentary a 5 out of 5. This is what is needed. You know what I'm saying? Because in a minute, society is gonna go back to tribalism. If it, you know what I'm saying, to some extent, if we are divided amongst people, you know. And I saw that in the documentary where they talked about that, because, you know what I'm saying, it's the divide between the fake and the truth news. But guys, have you seen this documentary on Netflix? You tell me in the comments. The Social Dilemma. Until next time, guys, have a great Monday, and I'm out.